How was your bathroom break?
She won hay. So she won hay. Sorry. It's all you. can see me shit.
Who is that fine mama jamma in the other room? What? Are we?
We're about to.
Oh.
That song?
I love that song.
I love that song.
I love the music video too.
I love me some Brianna.
I do too.
She is sexy.
She is sexy.
She's fire.
She's hot like fire.
Why does your
She's
voice
hot
go
like a skillet.
this?
Anyways, we are talking about new beginnings today, and we're talking about new relationships. And we just found out that Punita is slightly starting up something. They went to a ball game.
It was really fun though. It was my first time going to a baseball game here in Korea, so I was like, what?
Did you have the Mech Jew at the game? Like,
No.
Everybody at baseball games. I personally don't like baseball that much. I like basketball.
Yeah.
Okay.
But all my friends like, you got to go to a baseball game in Korea because, you know, it's just fun experiencing, you know, the crowd and
Sure.
rooting for the team and having a beer. And I'm like, I went one time and I did not have fun at all.
Maybe it's because you're
kinda
just
boring.
not
It's a very
into it.
slow game, baseball.
For me, it's, yes.
I love
Baseball's
watching
a slow
baseball.
sport for me.
I
You
grew
know?
up watching baseball. That's why I kind of.
I like sports where you're throwing weights around and you see blood and you broken arms and fingers and people crying. That's what a sport should be. My personal opinion.
Yeah, like MMA. I love MMA.
Oh,
music.
yeah.
I
like that.
I recently
Blood
got into
everywhere.
I love some
MMA. Oh, I
blood.
thought you said love everywhere.
No, blood. We love
Anyways, yes. We got some tips for y'all if you guys are trying to build a good relationship at school or, you know, the workplace. So,
Yeah.
which tips do we have?
Number one.
What do you think it is?
I think all relationship you have to be like a good listener.
Ding dong dang.
The way you listen is the way you live.
Oh.
That's how deep I get.
So if you're a bad listener, you're living a bad life. Pretty much.
Basically.
That's right.
Okay. That's very true. And the number one thing is attentive listening. Effective listening means not just understanding the words, but also understanding how the speaker feels about what you guys are communicating about.
Oh.
You guys, that's very important. Number two, you have to understand that people are all unique and different in their different ways. So focus on people's positive qualities, not try to always pinpoint the negative qualities. You know, so if I look at Punita, first thing on my mind I should say is, oh my goodness, you is beautiful.
I is beautiful.
Bootyful.
Okay, then what is my negative side?
I don't want to talk about negative side because you have none. Oh! See? That brightens up a person's day. Look at that, even if it's a lie. Also, you need to be trustworthy. All right. So one of the best things about having a friend is you can talk to them about anything. All right. And one thing that people say is a good friend is able to keep secrets.
Yeah.
My thing about that, to be honest, if it's a secret, you shouldn't say it to anybody. It should be to yourself because what happens is you tell one person, the whole world knows, then you know who said it.
Spilling the beans. Don't
Keep
spill
the beans in the bag.
Yeah.
There you go. Also, number 4, keep in contact. Now, many people often, they lose contact with their friends. You know, you might have hung out with them a few times. And then the next time you see them, it's really awkward.
It is.
Like, I have a friend who I'd known for like 5 years. We hung out all the time. And then we took like a year break because he had to leave the country. Comes back. And literally, we're probably going to see each other once a month. Because even when we're in the same room together, we're like, oh, how you been? Yeah, cool. Yeah. Like, it's like you don't really have anything
To talk about it.
Yeah.
no common interests.
Yeah.
Yes, which goes into the next thing. You need to find common interests.
I disagree.
You don't think so?
I think you have to find common hates, common dislikes. Like, oh, I hate that person. Me too.
That's still a common interest, though.
That's true.
You guys are agreeing on
It's like,
something.
oh, I like that. Oh, I like that too. It's like, oh, okay, anyway.
Because you ever go in a situation where you think it's going to be like that, and all of a sudden your friend brings a friend, and you're like, you know what, I just saw this new TV show. I think it's really bad. And like, I love that show. And then a brawl is about to break out.
Sure.
I've had that with some friends. It was really awkward. My friend's girlfriend. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Let me go to a kogi place first of all.
You went
And
to
she shows
Kogi
up.
place and you didn't invite me and
Hold on, I'm
Alma?
gonna tell my story.
Okay.
So she shows up, and he had told her we're going to a Korean barbecue restaurant. She had known, and she showed up. And I was like, oh, so what do you want to eat? She goes, oh, I'm vegetarian. I was like, oh, so what do you want to eat? She goes, well, I can't eat meat. I was like, oh, does the smell of meat bother you too? She goes, no, that doesn't bother me. I just don't want to eat meat. So we had to order her bibimbap and get all the meat out, just all vegetables. And then while she's eating it, she goes, "Oh, I'm eating rabbit food." Like she was just complaining the whole time, and I'm just like.
That's what she said. I'm eating rabbit food.
Yeah. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm not gonna get along with this person.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's hard to get along with people like that when you have nothing in common at all.
That's true.
Anybody else? What about you, Mr. Elmo?
Um,
Do you have any tips for anybody that's not here that we've written down? Do you have any tips like this is a good way to make relationships?
yeah, you know what? With social media and all that stuff these days, it's so much easier to keep in contact with people with technology.
Yep.
But I would have to say there's something about meeting physically with people that is so much more
Amen.
natural.
Woo!
So
Preach it, brother.
get off your cell
Smartphones.
phones and your internet, your Facebooks. Turn that off. Give somebody a call and meet up with them.
What's this tone of voice he's changing it to? You went from Elmo to El Marbo or something.
Meet up with them face to face and have a good conversation, have a nice chat, and just get close with them in that way.
Do you know what I do?
Do you actually
Do
do
you
that?
do that? Yeah, do you do that?
Yeah, I do.
You know what's really good though? I did this recently and it helps a lot. You get like maybe 4 friends together going out for coffee or just like pastries or whatnot. You put all the cell phones in the center of the table.
And whoever rings first loses?
No, that doesn't matter.
Oh.
Whoever touched their phone first. Well, you have to keep your face up because then it bothers you. If you face down, you don't see if anything pops up on your
That's
screen.
true.
But if you face up, you see a new message. You're like, I want to touch my phone. And whoever touches their phone first has to pay for the meal. Yes. And that kind of helps out because
I'm
then
just
you
gonna
get
turn my
into the
phone off. I'll be
yeah,
like,
just
it's on.
That's a good idea too. Turn your phone off when in the center.
then you'll
But
always
the idea
win.
is you'll always
I
win.
win.
But the good thing is you're actually having a good conversation face to face.
with no distraction.
Because nowadays you go to restaurants, you see even family members. You see a
Yeah.
husband and wife.
yeah.
They're trying to enjoy the intimate dinner, but they're not looking at each other, but
Looking
looking
at their
their
phones like,
What is this world coming to?
guys, wake up.
Wake up call.
Wake up call,
Wake
okay?
up.
Before you go. And we have a great song for you guys right now. This is B.O.B. with So Good.
Yummy.
Is that food?